Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at something from Shooting Innovations. This is the Recoil Reduction System, or RRS. So what this is a replacement for kind of the legacy style of buffers and spring assembly, and depending on the type of platform you're using. This one does appear to be designed primarily for a carbine length buffer tube, but check out their site for other variety of items as well to suit your needs. This one just happens to be this particular model here. So there, again, this is to replace the legacy style of buffer weight, spring, whether it be rifle or carbine length. You can see all right away the length saving difference and the different style of spring coil diameter as well. So what is unique about this system versus other buffer systems is that this has a lot of moving parts involved here. So not only do we have the main buffer weight, but we also have a bunch of parts here at the back as well. And I've thought about how this design kind of works, but let's see how this would actually fit inside per se a lower. Now typically I won't try to put a spring in, but assuming the spring is in here and being compressed within a receiver buffer tube, if we apply the weight into here to complete the set inside the tube, normally the weight would sit flush right at the about the edge here, with the retainer right there keeping this in place so that this pressure from the spring doesn't make this shoot out. In the case of a assembly, or one type of assembly, if you actually notice here, this actually does can be detached for cleaning, whatever purpose, or actually substituting different weights at this end. What happens is this entire unit fits inside of this receiver buffer tube flush. And if I can get that in here quickly, you can see here right away, the main portion is tucked away here, but there is this residual piece here that would need to be retained, or the pressure of your bolt carrier group once you put your upper on top will keep that in place as well. But just keep that in mind. There is that little bit of extra length to account for there. If I go ahead and take this back out so we can take a look a little bit more detail as to what's going on here. Again, we do have two components as opposed to other buffer spring assemblies or captured systems where everything fits together as one. Again, this appears to be removable, so you can tune the spring, weight, strength of that possibly. Again, check the website for your possible options, as well as different weights up here as well. So that's why this seems to be a modular type of system. Take a look at those features there. Go ahead and pause. But what I see here is this being the main portion here. If a round is fired, your bolt carrier group is now in the process of moving backwards with the barrel pointing that way. This weight comes back this way during normal recoil, then contacts this other surface here, which then imparts kinetic motion onto this piece, while this still continues to drive down until the inner weight contacts this portion of the buffer, at which point you notice this would then continue moving due to inertia versus the inner weight stopping against here. This would continue moving, impart motion onto this portion beyond the shelf, And that's where this spring comes into play. So we have like a dual recoil system here. So again, this comes back first. The inner silvery portion here, or gray portion, impacts the yellow portion. This bronzy portion would then move, impacting or directing kinetic motion onto this more coppery portion or brassy portion, and then onto this thinner diameter spring, compressing to here, and this will be resting up against the end of your buffer tube at the shoulder. So an interesting take on a replacement for a recoil buffer spring type of system. And again, this is the RRS Recoil Reduction System from Shooting Innovations. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out the show and tell videos on the channel. We used to do unboxing videos as well as a selection of book review meter reviews. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.